Yeah, the next one is circular interpolation counterclockwise or circular interpolation anti-clockwise. So here the code is G03. G indicates it is a G code, 03 is a number for that particular code. So here what happens, very similar to the circular interpolation clockwise, when we write this particular command, from the current position of the tool, it will move in the anti-clockwise direction towards the end point. So for example, let us say we are having a tool at a point P1, then we want to move towards the point P2 in the counterclockwise direction, then we will use this particular command. So the syntax is like this, it is G03, XA, ZB, RC and FD. So A, B, C and D are the values we have to give. So X represents X coordinate, Z represents the Z coordinate, R represents the radius of the path or radius of the curved path. Here D represents the value of the feed rate in millimeter per minute. So when we say G03X, since we want to go to point P2, X A means the X coordinate of that point P2, ZB, B means Z coordinate of point P2, then RC, what is the radius of the curve from P1 to P2. So whether it is a very small radius or whether it is a very large radius. So the minimum radius will be the half the distance between the points P1 and P2. So half the distance between point P1 and P2 means the curve will be perfectly a semicircle between the points P1 and P2. Then the radius will be equal to half the distance between them because P1 and P2 will form the diameter. So any radius smaller than that, the curve cannot be generated and the controller will tell that there is some error in the program. So that is another thing we have to remember, whether it is G02 or G03. So half the distance between the 2 points, that should be the minimum radius which is required to move from one point to the another one. Next one is the D, that is the feed rate at which we want to travel from the starting point to the ending point. So we'll try to understand the code by using a small example. Let us say we want to move from P1 to the point P2 whose coordinates are 50 and minus 40 at a radius of 120 millimeter in anti-clockwise direction at 80 millimeter per minute. So that is the feed rate. So this is how the path will be there. So if you take why the path is coming like that. So if you are seeing the 2 points, we want to move in the counterclockwise direction. So this will be the counterclockwise direction. The R center will be somewhere on this side here. So this will be the counterclockwise direction. So the code will be written as G03 X50. 50 is the X coordinate of the point P2. Z minus 40. Minus 40 here is the Z coordinate of point P2. Then R120. 120 is the radius at which the tool has to travel. Then F80. 80 is the feed rate in millimeter per minute. So G03, X50, Z minus 40, R120 and F80. So when the controller read this particular block, so wherever the tool may be there, it is P1 is here, P1 is here, or P1 can be somewhere else. So it will come to the point 2 in the counterclockwise direction. The radius of the particular path will be 120 millimeter and the tool will be traveling at a rate of 80 millimeter per minute. So why again it is called circular interpolation? Because from the starting point to the end point, the controller will compute a set of points. So the interpolation is not straight, it is circular. It has to compute the circular path, so we call it as a circular interpolation. So another example, we want to move from P1 to P2. Point P2, the coordinates are 50 and minus 40 at a radius of 120. And from P2, we want to move to P3. The coordinates of point P3 are 80 and minus 60 at a radius of 70 millimeter. So from here to there, we want to travel at a radius of 70 millimeter in the anti-clockwise direction. So both the movements are in anti-clockwise. Then at a rate of 80 millimeter per minute. So it is not necessary that all the motions have to be in the anti-clockwise. Something can be clockwise, something can be anti-clockwise. That is all dependent on the kind of workpiece we want. This is how the profile will look like in the anti-clockwise direction. So the code will be G03, X50, Z minus 40, R120 and F80. So X50 is 50 is the X coordinate, minus 40 of Z is the Z coordinate, or 120 is the radius, 80 is the feed rate. So once we write this, the tool will come to point P2. So next we want to move to point P3. So in the counterclockwise direction means this will be how the tool will be moving to get the counterclockwise direction. So again we have read G03 x80 z minus 60. So 80 is the x coordinate of point P3, minus 60 is the z coordinate of point P3. Then R70, 70 is the radius of the curve between P2 and P3. Then F80, 80 is the feed rate. So you can also write it in the shorter form like this. X80 z minus 60 R70. Why? Because once we are activating these commands, that is G00, G01, G02 or G03, they will remain active unless we are changing into some other command or some other mode. Similarly, the feed rate also will be remaining the same unless we are changing it. It will continue to remain the same. So we need not again type G03 and F80. So you can simply say X80 z minus 60 R70. When the controller reads this particular command, it will understand that it has to travel in the anti-clockwise direction and it has to move at a feed rate of 80 millimeter per minute. And from P2 to P3, the tool will be traversing. Whether that is a kind of work that is required, that is a completely different issue. We are only understanding the motion of the tool from one point to another point to get a particular kind of profile.